At the beginning of every school year, there's a spike in crime, such as theft, in parking lots like this one. But this year was different. Police made a proactive effort to patrol these areas, which led to a decline in crime. There's a new frontrunner for the vacant presidential spot for the College of DuPage. David Sam is the current president of Elgin's Community College. The function of these bear claws is to basically suck up, wipe off any snot, mucus, or liquid that you have on your face. Do you know the difference between Iron Man and I? Well, it's about $800, as this statue is the most expensive product here at this local comic shop. With campus parking being such a prevalent issue here at NIU, many students take their complaints over to Parking Services, which is this little brick building that stands behind me. A pyrotechnic performance at a local high school's pep rally takes a turn for the worse when the stuntman's act literally blows up in his face. Police say Minor may have been depressed before he'd gone missing. He had left his car and cell phone behind.
I didn't hear anybody walk into the shower area, and then I just felt like rustling, like the shower curtain moving back and forth. And I was scared, like I was literally scared for my life.
This is the voice of Whitney Kane, an NIU freshman who was taking a shower when a masked man attempted to assault her earlier this year. The masked man fled the scene as soon as Whitney began to scream. The man turned out to be someone she let on her floor earlier that night, someone she once called her friend.
No, I've never felt uncomfortable around him. Like, he was somebody that I could always go to and joke around with.
Both Whitney and the student who's been charged in the case live in Neptune Hall. Neptune is the oldest residence hall on campus and has an atmosphere that Whitney described as being similar to a prison.
The girls, it's some girls that stays on this side, and they've already threatened to jump me 3 times already. And every time I walk past them, they're always saying things like, oh, I just want to hit her in the face, or I just want to fight her. The badder you are, the cooler you are. So the more bad you can do, people will talk about, they'll be like, oh yeah, he was the one who did that. And they'll be like, oh man, well, I wanna be his friend.
We discovered Whitney's is not an isolated case. Every day, the NIU Police Department generates a report that is often called a daily blotter that shows every incident that they respond to on campus. We looked at 4 years of data, nearly 6,000 filed incident reports, everything from serious assaults down to petty theft. We looked at all major dorms such as Stevenson, Neptune, Grant, Newhall, but when it comes to physical assaults and related incidents, we found that Neptune Hall is the worst residence hall on campus. And in terms of assault, criminal sexual assault, and harassment, they have more than any other dorm on campus combined. It seems that population and demographics play a huge role in crime.
Residence halls, for example, that have more people in it probably are going to have more incidents. Residence halls that have freshmen typically have more incidents than graduate students. And there's various reasonings behind that. I think age, maturity level.
The figures just don't support that when it comes to Neptune Hall. It's not simply a matter of where the most people live. Neptune houses a few hundred students fewer than Stevenson. But when it comes to trouble, the amount of reported incidents are nearly the same.
Yeah, Neptune does seem to be I'd say the worst dorm. So, just out of my perspective.
NIU police don't find themselves exclusively patrolling the dorms. Welcome to the Campus Recreation Center.
So I was playing basketball at the rec center, and my phone was laying on the side of the basketball courts, and after the game was over, it was gone.
We'll tell you about that and more in our next report. In DeKalb, NTC News, Dan Kenny. Virtual reality has been around for years now. However, experts believe it has never really tapped into its full potential, until now. City leaders look to improve customer service after moving several different departments into the municipal building. Cops do more than just hand out speeding tickets. 2 local police officers are now being called heroes as they saved the life of a choking baby. If you want to beat the crowds for voting, DeKalb County has opened early voting this week. A woman from East Chatham is being charged with murder after she allegedly stabbed her husband to death. Jamara Cannon was arguing with her husband early Tuesday morning. The former treasurer of Mercer County in western Illinois has been sentenced to 4 years in prison. Mike Bertelson was convicted of stealing $13,000 from the county's emergency 911 fund. Students we spoke with had various opinions about it. Neptune seems to have an overpopulation issue, or it draws a lot of rough kids from rough neighborhoods and backgrounds. Whatever is behind it, Neptune has had more assault incidents than any other residence hall on campus. Quite frankly, it's not even close.
Wow. Lots of information and lots to think about. Dan Kenny, thanks for your report this week.